Thank you, Rosni.
Hello. Yeah. Thank you. I'm Shaminder from Ideal Group. I have few areas to clear and also to touch upon a very important part which we have faced and we fail in Sri Lanka in several occasions. Firstly, Doctor, the sustainability, before come to any energy sustainability, we must see the sustainability of the vehicles itself. If you take in Sri Lanka, none of electric launch, it's from the agents or non-agents, not sustained in Sri Lanka. I happen to face two occasions in my career, in auto career. First is Nissan Leaf. Dr. Harsha Tashit, the Nissan Leaf is failed in Sri Lanka. Why that got failed? Because Nissan Leaf is not right choice product to Sri Lanka when EV platforms are concerned. I was heading Nissan at that time. I went to Japan from AIMG. We asked them to give us Nissan Leaf on brand new. They said, Shaminder, we are not giving to Sri Lanka because Nissan Leaf is not meant for your tropical countries. Because these are not come with battery cooling systems. These are with European specs and your ambient temperature should be from 18 to 26 of centigrade. Beyond 26 of centigrade, Nissan Leaf battery will get exploded and it's get eroded. So keeping all the side, government has opened the gates for everyone to get cars at the concession duties. Treasury has no mean, they are not consulting anyone on their policy making. Sorry, the missile is in front of you. So they have taken this decision and they opened it for the grey importers to import Nissan Leaf. 6,700 cars imported. AIMG put a position and put a press advertisement in papers. We will not touch Nissan Leaf. We are not responsible for the cars. To that extent, Union. And unfortunately, the Commission of RMA has just went out. He himself witnessed. Now the Nissan Leaf customers are requesting convert their cars to ICE engines, which some have done that, but they are not registered. The second experience I have with Mahindra. So we got down 100 cars from Mahindra, which was again developed for the European specs. That also got failed within 6 or 7 months in Sri Lanka, but finally we managed with local solutions, with help of Harsha and other teams, to rectify those batteries and run to some extent. Right? This is Sri Lankan experience. Right? So why these got failed? That you have to first understand before getting to any of this big macro picture of energy crisis to nuclear power to anything. That to be sustained a car of electric mobility, the battery and the battery management system should be sustainable. Otherwise, this is not the game to start, right? So what's happened on these? Everyone who think, including Indian manufacturer, thought that the e-mobility can do with give all the broadening technology or borrowing technology from outside, which basically they depend on Chinese investors, the Chinese battery management systems. All the Indian companies have invested hugely on electric mobility in 2016-17, including all Atu, Mahindra, Tata, everyone. They got down their battery packs from China and they installed it. They failed in between and within 3-4 years they got failed. Right? So as to Sri Lanka, we just getting down these cars and we have no idea of what the battery is. So what my humble request, particularly since we are edge of now finalizing the policy framework for this e-mobility, which actually I intended to come for this forum, we thought that we are discussing that policy framework, that document, which is very important, because we are waiting to get this policy framework out. We have been requesting almost 1-2 years times, right? So what we have to see is simply, so what is the policy in Sri Lanka on EV battery management? Are we allowing anyone to bring batteries outside just from off the shelf, bring it and run it in Sri Lanka? In the first problem, the first question. Or else, do we go and regularize batteries and then to have local assembly of batteries in Sri Lanka? Why I am saying so, I happen to went to all the leading Indian companies who are doing electrics now. So what they have done in their strategy, they have changed the entire system. They get down sales from China because you can't buy sales other than China in the Asian spectrum. So get down their cells and they do customize and they do assemble the battery and do their own battery management systems. And in India, if you go and buy a vehicle, they are registered in those batteries as on the states. The battery manufactured for Tamil Nadu can't take it to the Uttar Pradesh or the temperature, it goes beyond 18 down. The areas Uttar Pradesh, they do battery system to withstand that temperatures. Right? And therefore, so they customize their batteries as on the regions. That's how they do it, and I have seen him themselves. So what they do, they bring down all the cells and do the cells. The cycling. Harshan knows it to explain the much better way. The cycling testing, endurance testing, all these, and the temperature gradient testing, and they select the cells and do the assembly. Did the battery management system installed to the vehicle. That is how now India is regaining in the second lap. The first lap they fail of totally depending on Chinese segments. Now they are starting of getting it, and now they are slowly accelerating the market.
Chamin, sorry, your question was directed to
Yeah.
whom?
So my question is, so are we going to address in our policy framework the battery, because we have not seen it in the document, the battery management, are we going to do it localizing process, or is it we are opening to bring out any of these electric vehicles, including batteries, and allow them to run it in country?
Which panelist are you directing the question to?
Yeah, so I think Mrs. Aldris can answer on it. If it is not thought, we can discuss it later, but this is a very crucial thing that we need to see on this whole game.